We have an announcement. A Young Turks announcement. We have reached 100 million views on our YouTube channel. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying. Okay, but seriously, thanks to everybody who watched and who made it happen, and we thank the members, of course, from our show who keep the show going. We love you guys, and man, 100 million views, that's a lot of views. That's tough to turn down and to deny. So today we crossed over the barrier. Technically, at the start of today, we had 100,106,994 views. So God bless you guys, man. We appreciate it. It was a long time coming, but it's a nice barrier to cross. So, of course, now we're on to 1 billion. You think we can't do it? Are you trying to tell me we can't do it? When we get to 100 million, what's next? I mean, I don't want to shoot low, 200 million or anything like that. So, on the road to 1 billion. Oh, God, come on, think about that. 1 billion views. How awesome would that be? All right. On the other hand, 100 million views is pretty awesome. All right, so now, before we move on, and I want to start with some funny videos, too. I want to make a comparison between our views and some conservative outlets. I blogged this out on the website, theyoungturks.com. Just calm down. Go to it, check it out. But I'll tell you real quick here. And the reason this was all triggered is because I read a recent article from Forbes about how Murdoch sold the Weekly Standard to another conservative guy. He owns a lot of things, including the Staples Center. Philip Anschutz. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he owns like half the things in America. And he's very publicity shy, so he doesn't like to do publicity, but he does like to finance papers that lose a lot of money to help with this conservative propaganda. And I thought, you know what? I've read a lot of different things about how much money all these different conservative publications are losing, so I looked into it a little bit and got the numbers on it. The Weekly Standard loses $5 million a year. And you know what their circulation is? 80,000 people. Excuse me while I laugh a little bit. Look, we get 350,000 people alone on YouTube every day. Every day, on a single day. That's 4 times the Weekly Standard's whole circulation in one day. More than 4 times. And they lose $5 million a year putting together that clown operation. Oh, that makes me feel good. All right, then I went and I looked up the old things that I remembered from other articles. New York Post, run by Rupert Murdoch for conservative propaganda reasons, loses $50 million a year. Just a paper in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review, put together by Richard Mellon-Scaife for conservative reasons, loses $20 to $30 million a year. Estimates are that he's lost anywhere between $144 million to $240 million on that paper. Never made any money. But if you think all of that is a lot of money, wait till you get a load of the Washington Times, the main conservative rag in Washington and for political reasons, and it's, again, to drive a conservative agenda. The Reverend Sung Young Moon has lost, by some estimates, $2 to $3 billion on the Washington Times. They have never made a nickel. I don't mean that they've never had any revenue. I mean they've never turned a profit in all those years. So when you take these guys who have almost no readership, no one who actually reads their stuff, and not at all profitable. In fact, they've lost hundreds of millions of dollars at least combined. And then you look at us, tiny little young Turks, who are profitable and have 100 million views. I mean, you want to talk about elbow from the sky. I mean, we're crushing them. And what happens one day when Murdoch goes bankrupt? Or some of these people, you know, I'm pass away. I'm just saying, because whatever change it is, right? You think they can run the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review without Richard Mellon-Scaife throwing $25 million a year down the drain? They can't run it. It'll shut down immediately. Or it could be a divorce. It could be anything. I don't want it to be passing away at all. And I've just mentioned that as one of the possibilities how there could be a transition, right? And Richard Mellon-Scaife is in the middle of a messy divorce, so it might kill it. My point is, all these conservative publications, their days are numbered, man. At some point, somebody's going to get tired of throwing away $50 million a year. And so then when their propaganda machine gets cut down in half, they're in a world of trouble. that has consequences for everybody. Because these are the guys who put out all the propaganda. And then you'll see people quoting the Washington Times, New York Post, Weekly Standard. You see it all the time. And without that kind of investment in propaganda, they're even more trouble than you suspect right now. So the future does not look bright for the Republicans and for the conservatives. Finally, the great irony here is they always talk about, free markets, competition, right? So what happened? Turns out you can't compete in the free market, right? So hush up, hush up.